Dogs of Browntown.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Dogs of Browntown Hour. I'm gonna go ahead and have my friend Hormoz count us in.
خیلی ممنون مرسی 5 4 3 2 1
Yeah.
Truly terrifying material. All right, we're gonna keep. Welcome to Dogs of Browntown.
Wait, I want to do the. I didn't get to do the whisper thing.
Okay,
you,
go ahead.
You don't know a whisper
Go ahead.
guy.
Everybody, hi. This is Joel Jimenez. This is the sound of my voice. Welcome to NPR.
Yeah, but Joel earlier said a word. He said it was NPR, but he said the N standed for something earlier. I was like,
Yeah,
Joel,
what did you say the N? What did you say the N stand for?
For never mind.
Yeah, we're back in it, baby.
Yeah. Welcome to our satirical podcast.
Easy. What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Pretty good. I don't like having to get ready and go anywhere. But if I have to, it's always nice to see you guys. It does make the drive and all this a lot,
You a
makes
big
it
introvert?
I think I am, dude.
Yeah, no. Say it's with age with me now.
It's with age. It's with quitting drinking.
And I think it's with having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think it's like when you're like warm in a bed, comfy with your girl cuddled up.
You're single.
And then you got to come sit outside with your friends at Saul's abuela's backyard.
Yeah.
You're like,
I think I think my non-alcohol consumption has more to do with it than that. I think I used to get into conversations I didn't want to be a part of, but I was drunk, so I was like, these guys are my best friends. Now I'm sober and I go, I don't have to talk to you anymore.
Wait a minute. What kind of conversations are you getting in?
You've been to the Comedy Store. You've been on the patio or the back door.
Yeah.
I'll end up thinking someone is my best friend. I'll tell them way too much about my life because I'm drunk. And then the next day I'll go, I don't fucking know that guy. I don't
even like that guy.
I don't even like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
I
now
know your
they know
second
this
cousin's
thing about-
name.
Yeah. And you're like, yeah.
Have you just been telling people? Do you tell people secrets when you're drunk?
Sometimes. Yeah, I used to. Not really secrets, but things I don't care that people like. I don't want them to know that about me, Things that I like still worry about.
That's exactly what you defined as a secret.
Okay. Yeah, you got me there.
you got
I didn't think Merriam-Webster was going to get involved, but here we are.
Just the thing that my most intimate thoughts in
But
my head.
my social meter now is like 0 or 1.
Yeah.
Unless it's like my good friend. Like this is fun, but
Right.
like I don't want to talk to anyone. Or we went to a concert Friday and I was just like, it's unbelievable how introverted I feel. And I just want to hide inside of my girlfriend's jacket.
That's so funny. Like you're the.
I'm glad you said jacket.
That's what I call her vagina.
And it's kind of like a jacket for your dick.
It is a
fat
jacket,
guy in a little coat situation.
Yeah, that's South Face.
Look, the jacket really doesn't fit.
Chris Farley in a little coat. That's your dick and fucking her jacket.
That's Joel having sex.
You're gonna hurt her. Take the jacket off.
Oh man. Well,
I think it's funny that you're an introvert. So like you used to tell people secrets. Now as a sober person, you're like out. They're like super salad. Who wants to know?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah. I'm very like, I don't confirm or deny anything, even if you're asking me what my Taco Bell order is.
What? Really?
Nah, I'll tell you guys.
I was gonna say you fat fuck. You fucking. I am how you can. You can eat like how I actually look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you two don't think I haven't forgot about the fucking glizzy competition that you two have.
I know.
coming up.
Yeah. I'm ready, man. I've been thinking about it. I've been sort of training a little bit.
I feel like I already won.
Have you? What is in training? Like just like a dick?
Oh no, at the
Because you can't eat them. So you
No, you
throw it
can't.
up. Like
Yeah,
I saw,
training.
like when you're drinking wine, you spit it out.
No, when I did the Super Bowl party at the Comedy Store, I got
How many
there,
did you go?
Immediately filled the plate up, went at it, had some
Finished the whole plate?
I had a lot of tasty stuff, and I just I didn't, but it's slowly, growing the stomach.
Yeah.
Are we off the rails already? Is this
Yeah,
just-
no, we're not off the rails. I get it. I was gonna trash talk a small business. Like I better not.
Oh, what?
with this
The
week.
wings were gross.
Which
Oh,
one?
from which one?
They were like, I'm not gonna say the small business, but like they had brought it 2 Super Bowls ago. It was incredible. Then they brought it this time. It might as well have been like the Tyson microwavable wings.
Ah,
I was
Really?
like, what the fuck? This
It's
tastes
the
like a
ones
sauce.
Morgan brought?
Yeah, no, the ones that Willie brought.
They tasted like a sock.
What? Can I have the initials to this place?
I don't remember. I'm not. That's the best part is I won't remember the name of small business.
Well, they
but
weren't
they're
bad enough
apparently
for you
good.
to remember it.
There was like 5 different kinds of wings at the bar.
I know. I had to go right to the Wingstop ones. I'm like, oh, Old Faithful. You know what I mean? I can't eat these. So I hate. This is why I mostly go
Were
to
they
Starbucks.
the big ones? Are you talking about the really big wings?
Yeah.
I think those were
pterodactyl.
Ands.
Huh?
I think those were
Don't
Ands.
say the name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, we don't want our
Leave the name out.
we don't want our
I'll defend
fans to have bad wings, right?
I don't.
Don't go to Ands.
It's good sometimes. Look, I don't want. Here's the thing. I go into a new town. I try to, especially with coffee. I try to support a small business. I try, and then I go to the coffee
any
shop.
business is a small business if you're
Yeah,
in
because
there.
I'm coming. I can't fit through the door. Get it? Excuse me, got to come in sideways.
Starbucks is a small business today.
And as I'm by the door because I can't fit through it, I go, ma'am. No, I try to get a coffee and I don't like acidic coffees, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you go to a small business, they're obsessed with organic, something
Did you know
about
iced coffee
non-slavery,
is
blah,
less
blah,
acidic?
blah.
Cold brew.
Whatever. I like my little, the shots with
Yeah,
the
espresso.
It just tastes like cat piss. It tastes like not good.
Yeah.
And then I go to a Starbucks and they call me a corporate fucking guy. And it's consistent
Well,
every
they've
time.
nailed the consistency.
It's consistent every time.
Yeah.
Can I say that small business, I will defend them and say the reason they might have been bad is the Super Bowl is probably a crazy
Yeah, they're probably so
overload.
busy.
Yeah.
They're trying their best.
And
Don't
and
the wing business, baby.
and
Yeah.
okay.
You're right.
And I want to apologize to Ann. I want to apologize to Ann because I bet Willie picked him up like 2 hours before.
Probably.
Brought him to the party. Like, I mean, he probably, the timing wasn't like you didn't get the fresh wings.
Don't get into the wing business. All right. If you can't, if your 2 hour wing can't fucking, if I could tell a wing is good if a wing is 4 hours old. I'll go,
We can all agree though.
try that hot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We can all agree. Ann dropped the dun dun dun. Ann dropped the dun dun dun.
Is this a reference I don't
Yeah.
get?
This is 80s.
Don't drop that dun dun dun.
Okay, I know that.
No, yeah, he makes me feel
Don't
old,
drop that.
though.
It's like
Seriously, though.
2000s, right?
Bleep out the business. I'm being serious. Stop saying her name.
Ann?
Stop it.
Why can't we say the business?
Because I want to go back and try their wings
Do
again.
you think Ann watches this
I
podcast?
don't give a shit. Someone will look it up.
No.
Hey, where the party at?
Yeah.
Leave it to Saul to be worried about being banned from a wing place.
I don't ever want to be any wing, small business wing place. I love you, even if it's bad.
He'll trash talk cities, whole
don't go on
cities.
that.
I only go to local wing stops. Shop local.
I depended on my marijuana seed to make me forget the name, and it did. But you're gonna be an
seed.
asshole,
And it might not even be Ann's. I might even be. I
That
might
was a
be
different small
talking.
wing business that you're shitting on. There's an Ann who makes wings out there, and she's like, I hope they're good.
When did this become a food podcast? I think every
Come on,
episode.
dog. Come on, dog.
You've always been a
It's
food
always been, yeah.
The dogs
Look
and the
inside.
Browns love food,
Yeah.
dude. And
Hell
we're
yeah.
in town.
Hot dogs of Browntown.
You know what I miss? Yeah, that's gotta be that's the context episode name.
Yeah, hot dogs of Browntown.
You know what I miss? I haven't had in a while is the Shakey's Bunch of Lunch. I love that. You
What
guys
is
ever
that?
had that?
I've never been to
It's like-
Shakey's.
It's probably expensive now. It's maybe like $20 a person, but it's a buffet. It's pizza, fried chicken, spaghetti, salad, all that shit. It's great. Cool, we're back. What
We're
the
back.
fuck were we talking about?
I don't know. But so someone had brought up
Hot dogs of Browntown.
hot dogs in Browntown. I think I was talking about, because you were talking about Scientology earlier, and I was talking about Michael Pena.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And how about like, I was like, how come he's not really that like celebrated in the Latin Mexican community?
Yeah.
And I think it's because he's a Scientologist.
Yeah,
I
but
think
I
so,
also
too.
I think, I see a lot of they pander to like first generation like immigrants. They're like they have the cross on the building. I think
You're talking about Scientology?
yeah, I think they
Fucking
like
so does Christianity.
yeah, you're right.
They go to
But
Africa and they try
Yeah,
to
but they've
pick
been-
Jesus instead of
they've
whatever
been
fucking...
around a lot longer.
Yeah.
They're an old business.
So you're saying seniority, dibs first? What are you talking about?
Yeah, they call dibs.
You know what I saw? I saw
Until L. Ron Hubbard is crucified.
I saw a Muslim table at the flea market in Stockton. So
Uh-huh.
like them trying to like convert people over to
Yeah.
and I was like, good for you guys. No thanks.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
I saw a Vice thing on how Islam is like the fastest growing religion amongst like the Mexican community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How crazy it would be if we all just turned to Islam.
I've thought about it.
You've thought about it?
Yeah.
You guys ready to fucking kneel down to towels or whatever?
but
How do they pray?
I just, yeah, you're right. Satirical.
Easy.
Yeah, we're a satirical podcast. I don't know if I believe in God that way.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hard thing for me. It's like, I like sort of the rules and the tradition of all these like religions, but I don't, if I'm sitting alone and do I really believe it in my heart that, that there is a God of the Bible, I can't get with that.
Are there agnostic Muslims?
No, that would
because I was gonna
not
say
make
because I'm an
sense.
agnostic Christian. Because like, can you imagine if like
But you're not really.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you're not really. You're like you were raised Catholic.
Yeah, very
right?
much.
So culturally, you're Catholic,
Sure.
but you're agnostic as far as like what you believe in.
That's true.
So
That's
same thing with like there's Jews who don't believe in God, but they're culturally Jewish.
But I just think
and
it'd
there's
be
people who are raised Muslim, I'm sure, who've left the faith.
funny if I have come from like a Muslim like background, and then like my mom comes over to my house, and then Sheena just doesn't have a burqa on. Oh, take it easy. You know, my mom's coming over. Cover your face.
Yeah.
Cover
You
your
look
face.
like a whore.
You look like a slut right now. I need you to. Whenever my mom comes over, you got to put that black towel down
Yeah.
all over across your face. All right, you know what it is.
I love you. Be like, you look like a whore right now. Like it. But my mom's coming over.
Yeah.
But when
Thanks.
she leaves, get back into this.
Yeah. When she leaves, you can start showing eyebrow or
Yeah.
whatever's sexy
I
to
love
them.
when you show eyebrow.
I love when you show anklet.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably extra hot because you're probably, as a Muslim dude, you're probably fucking filling up with like, you pre-cum to a knee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you've got a cum rag right on your head at any point. You just,
Is that how it stayed so good?
yeah. How do you think they seal it in? It's
Is
like you wrap it
cum
on
the
and there's
fucking-
one loose end.
The pomade
and then
of the Muslim world is cum the pomade of the Muslim
I
world.
don't
is-
like this.
Hey, looking
Yeah.
good.
Guys.
Easy. Easy. It's okay. Cum-aid. It's fine.
Nope.
You slick it back.
No.
Woo, right on the towel.
Don't do this
It's okay
now.
to shit
A
on
little soft serve
Scientology.
dip
No.
where it looks like
But
a.
as soon as we discuss the religion of my ancestors,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Wait a minute. That's not the religion, is it?
I'm Iranian. I mean, I wasn't raised Muslim, but everybody.
Wait, you're Iranian? Whoa, dude. I thought you were like Mexican
Whoa.
light. I thought you were like a different part of Mexico.
Yeah.
Wait, just okay. Hormoz Rashidi's not Mexican name? Wow.
Horatio Radici is who you're
Horatio
thinking of.
Radici?
You're thinking
That's
of
my
Horatio
bad.
Radici.
That's my bad, dude.
that guy's
Horatio
Mexican.
Sands is my favorite Horatio.
Yeah.
Hermoso.
Ironically, I'm also from Sands.
All right.
Hell yeah. We got real dogs. You
Jackie,
think,
stop.
you think we're fucking around?
This wouldn't be.
Yeah.
This would be a fucking fake podcast if we had at least 2 dogs to bark around as we. We'll get bigger dogs next time. People assume pit bulls, not us. We need lap dogs. Come on. Wait. So, yeah. The Michael Pena thing, the Scientology thing.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think it's that? Because I feel like he's been in such prominent roles, like.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Michael Pena, sorry, guys.
no, it's fine. Good. I don't
Because
know.
everybody's so celebrated, right? Like people talk about Mexican actors in the past, like you're celebrated, like you brought up Machete,
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
Like we celebrate
We
him like
celebrate it,
crazy.
yeah,
You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
But like someone like Michael Pena, he was an astronaut in his last film where like it was like a real life guy, first Mexican to be an astronaut. I don't know if
Yeah.
the movie sucked. I'll never watch it, because
Well,
it's
they
Michael
need
Pena.
mechanics
Gross.
up there. You gotta fix the space station sometime. And did you know this? That tortillas are like a staple on the Space Center, on the International Space Station.
Yeah.
For some reason, I guess because
They don't-
whatever, they're
crumbs.
flat. Yeah, okay.
No,
There-
it's just because there's no bread
Makes
causes
sense.
crumbs.
Yeah.
And tortilla or even like pita bread, whatever flatbread situation that doesn't where molecules don't go out. Yeah, it's all together.
molecules.
Molecules.
That does make
Molecule.
sense.
Yeah.
And it probably saves space too when you're in a tight.
Was that
Yeah.
a space joke? It saves space. That was good.
I didn't mean to.
It's like an Etsy t-shirt. An Etsy t-shirt, Space Saver. And it's like a plastic bin with a moon on it.
It's just so funny to like scientists come back and they're just so like they don't get bread anymore. They just eat everything with tortillas,
Yeah.
like a Mexican person.
Yeah. It's like someone who comes out of prison, they still eat ramen.
yeah.
They just can't get past
Oh,
it.
it's one of the worst things ever.
Ramen?
The
I love
ramen
ramen.
burritos.
Oh, I like those.
Like if they just ate ramen normally, but like if they put like you see those prison burritos?
No.
You've never seen a prison burrito?
No, what's in a prison
Oh
burrito?
my God. It's one of the saddest forms of something that happens to someone's mental state in life. Because these cholos go in and they go, hey dog, I'm still a chef. And so then they open up a bag and then they fill it up with hot water and then like the ramen. And then they'll let that get swole, they'll call it, and it'll inflate. And then they'll throw like pickles and hot Cheetos and Cheese Whiz, and they get it out and they form it into a burrito. And then they put it in a towel, and then they put it right back to like form again. And then it comes out like a I don't know, like a poverty log.
There is a tortilla on the outside?
There's no tortilla. It's ramen. It's just a ramen log.
Poverty log.
It's a poverty log that inmates, because when you lose your freedom, your imagination has to expand. You know, because apparently, according to like other people,
Freedom's up here.
Yeah, freedom's up here. So as you start going crazy, you start painting with your own shit and making poverty logs.
Poverty art.
Yeah, and then they go, "Would you like some?" And instead of the roommate going, "Ew, that's gross," they don't want to get stabbed. They go, "I would love some."
Yeah.
So then the lure of prison burritos.
Wow.
It's so gross. Like Google.
That's
them.
awful. I thought the worst part about prison was the rape. But
No, that's the best part.
but
That's the best
turns
part.
out
Intimacy,
It's the best
man.
part.
fucking
Need intimacy.
ramen
Yeah.
log.
But see, you got to have a like.
That's not even the worst log you eat
Yeah.
there.
I'm walking to the shower just like with my like dropping the soap a bunch.
Yeah.
What? Oops.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oops. They're like, nah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, and those shits have to be the worst. Those ramen log shits.
Oh.
Just ramen and cheese whiz.
Now that you've brought it
and
up,
pickles. Like,
not now that the silver medalist, which is rape, imagine that's what you have to like fucking eat after one of those. You're like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
at least I have a good meal. No.
So I don't think he'll mind me saying this, but when my brother got out of prison, he like, I think he made one, like a spread for us,
That's
like some
sad.
sort of prison food.
Did you
Yeah.
throw it away and hug him and say it's okay?
I don't know if he actually ever did it, but I think he was like real stoked on trying it one day. But I've seen it. There's on YouTube and TikTok. People will show you how they.
That's
I
sad.
saw a guy make sweet and sour pork the way they do it in there, and it's basically chicharrones, like the bagged chicharrones. They like put water in there to like add moisture.
Yeah.
and then you hydrate chicharrones.
Any inmate
water.
that's locked up
crazy,
right now in
brother.
county jail or in prison, if you're out there eating prison logs, go ahead and email me. It's truheo@gmail.com. I'll put some money on your books. All right, buddy. Fucking get out of the fucking mental prison you got going on right now.
So, but the guy made sweet and sour pork. What made it sweet and sour was he added a Kool-Aid packet, like a red Kool-Aid packet to make sweet and sour pork.
That's the saddest shit I ever heard in my whole life.
Wow.
Hey, necessity is the mother
That's
of
the
invention.
saddest shit ever. I once saw a puppy got run over, and that's sadder than that.
Oh, you had to say that.
That's
God
very
damn
sad.
it.
Honestly, I feel like the Food Network stole one of their shows from prisons.
Yeah.
Because they have like a show where people have to compete against each other and cook like the same thing, but they get like one weird ingredient, like Kool-Aid.
Master Chef.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
it's called Chopped.
Is that chopped?
Chopped,
Yeah,
yeah.
like chopped.
Yeah.
Where you
I've
gotta
applied to
like
be on there a bunch of times.
The other one's called Shank.
Yeah, that your show's called Shanked. Yours is called Shanked, where you got to make prison
It
ingredients.
sure is hard
But it's
chopping
kind of
this stuff
prison
with a
ingredients.
Winner
toothbrush.
doesn't get shanked.
like when they're like make an entree, but
The
you have to
winner
include
does get shanked.
chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
People are like chopping up chocolate chip cookies as the crust. Or
Winner's
whatever.
down. That'd be so funny. The most down is full.
Fuck.
So gross. Anyway,
Well, sorry, not to cut you off, but
Go
that
ahead,
brings
yeah.
up a thing where I've heard people complaining about like how Latino culture has been TikToked or whatever. It's become sort of in the zeitgeist of people's thought. But they think that some of it is like bad for the culture. But I think that just being seen and being like part of the conversation and being memed and all of that is almost like a sign that we've made it into regular society as like a people. So, but I see both sides of it. But I think for the most part, it's good. I think the cream will rise to the top. I think we can smell when some shit is like offensive or bad. But for the most part, I think it's like I'm proud that we have made it to the.
Oh,
the
and
mainstream.
you know that Latinos have actually made it into the mainstream and are almost considered white because some of the
people.
Proud Boys were Latino.
Yeah,
That shit was great. I was like, oh, this white power group
yeah.
has like a
they've-
bunch of Latinos in
They've
it.
rebranded as like an American,
Right.
like capitalist American, like values group.
Right.
And the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan, they're about to start letting people in too. They're like, look, man, we're running out of whites.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start dipping into some Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, my friend sent me. So you guys talk, but I gotta find this. He said for the podcast.
Because
I gotta
the
show
whites
you.
are dying. So who's going to the Klan? That'd be so funny. 15 years from it's like a bunch of black dudes in the Klan. Say we're the last.
And they're like, keep Chinese people out. That's the only group left.
It's just minorities who hate minorities. It's like, yeah, we also don't like blacks and Mexicans. Oh, easy.
Like whites are gonna be gone at some point, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna fuck
We
around.
used to have a joke about there's going to be so little whites that one day we're just going to give them a bunch of land. They're going to put casinos on it, you know? Mayonnaise Mountain Casino. It's going to be something fucking crazy.
I'm gonna find this fucking thing.
That's what happens. So like,
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
right, dude. White people do love mayonnaise. That is
do
the
we,
craziest thing.
I
Do
love
you?
that. I
I
love
think
mayonnaise.
it's fine. I think it's an okay thing to add to sandwiches, but white people take Jell-O and add mayonnaise to it.
Oh,
White people take fruit and add mayonnaise to it.
Hello.
They take
bro, it's crazy.
and they call it a salad. They add mayonnaise to anything and it becomes a salad to white people.
But you know that do you
It's
remember?
fucking crazy.
My wife was-
Potato, add mayonnaise, salad.
Then-
Oh,
Macaroni, add
my buddy
mayonnaise,
Robert,
salad.
He sent me this. He said for the countdown, homie. He said, Latinos now officially outnumber non-Hispanic whites in Texas.
Whoa.
40.2% Latino, white is 39.8, black 13.4, and Asian 5.7.
It's cool though because a lot of the Latinos in Texas act white anyway.
That's true.
Yeah, Hispanics
Like
are now
very,
the largest
very
demographic
like the
group in
whitest. Like,
Texas.
how you doing, partner? Like Jesus.
Outnumbering
The fuck was that?
non-Hispanic white people for the first time since the mid-19th century, according to U.S. Census data. In 2022, the state's Hispanic population reached 12 million, surpassing the non-Hispanic white population and turning Texas into a majority-minority state. So,
Nah.
suck my dick.
Suck our dicks.
Oh, you know what we should get? We should get our countdown back.
Oh yeah.
We haven't had the countdown up since we've been in your abuela's apartment.
Yeah, my mom's abuela's
Your
apartment.
mom's abuela's
My
apartment.
mother's abuela's. My great-great-grandmother. She's still here. Yeah. She's not really here, but she's in an urn upstairs.
But it's
Yeah.
what was the date?
I don't know, something.
It
Let's
was.
see. Let's find out. I'll look
It's
it
been
up.
so long.
It's been such a long time,
Like
but
2044, 2045 or some
But
shit
it's
like
good.
that.
It's almost like time travel.
Yeah.
We'll be happy with it.
yeah, we're closer to it.
It's like when you walk away from the microwave and let it happen instead of standing there
Yeah.
watching it.
And
Yeah.
if the countdown is...
We had
like,
been watching it super close.
What was the countdown? Is
I'm
when
looking it up.
When white
be
people become a
extinct?
minority.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were talking dinosaur numbers here.
Yeah.
And it's coming close. I mean, if everyone's doing their part, it's coming close. Drew, you could do your part too. You just gotta fuck a black chick.
Here we go.
Or you just gotta die, Drew.
No, Drew, no.
Drew, you just gotta
Some of them are
die,
good.
bro.
I'm gonna save a bunch of them like Schindler. I'm like, no, this one's fine.
Saul's list.
Well, number one, my wife. Gotta go, my wife. I've always tell her, and I threaten her with this every day. Like, when the race war eventually comes, you'll be the first one that I save, or the first one that I kill in front of all of them. Because if I kill you in front of all of them, I'm fucking down. I'm down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as I love you so much. I'm so sorry. Stab, 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 stab.
You gotta Rachel Dolezal her. You gotta get her some tanner.
Brown her up.
Brown her up, dude.
Fuck.
Couldn't find the
and-
countdown. It's somewhere though. We'll look for it
We'll
later.
find it eventually. But either way,
who's
you're
Rachel
all gonna die.
Dolezal? I've heard Rachel Dolezal.
Dolezal?
Yeah.
That the name? I don't know.
That's why I said 2045. I think
Yeah,
I kind of remembered.
2045.
There's not there. I don't remember anniversaries, but man, do I remember useless shit.
Honey, I got you a gift.
Back when we used to be sponsored by Ashley Furniture.
That's
Ashley
right.
Furniture. We remember you. That's the third person I'll save is Ashley. He's for good furniture.
Yeah.
Can we bleep out Ashley? I don't want people to think
Wait
that.
a minute.
I don't want people
That's
to
a big
think
business.
that the furniture.
We support big business, not little businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to your local Ashley's Furniture.
Go to your local IKEA.
Shop local.
Yeah, I don't know if that's why we don't celebrate Michael Pena. I'm still thinking about that.
Is because he's Scientologist,
Yeah, it could be.
I think so. I think if they're not Catholic or if
which
they're
is
like
which is racist.
yeah,
Or
it is.
Scientologists.
We're cool. We're a racist group.
I mean, it's like-
Mexicans are racist, John. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're one of the most hateful groups
Yeah.
in America.
I don't agree with that.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
I am crazy. Anything else?
Yeah, how many times I fucking elder was like, "Mira, pinche como," like, fuck, leave him alone.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I think that is a tiger blanket statement. And
Yeah, dude. I like the pack of wolves statement.
Pack of Wolves is good. Those blankets are so heavy. The dentist should use those for when you get x-rayed. They put that shit on your chest.
Yeah.
Nothing will break through those tiger blankets.
Oh, you're getting the good ones though.
Yeah.
Like we found a store.
The ones that they sell off of a fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
off of a
Yeah.
fence ones.
Yeah.
Because if they can hang, if they can hang on that fence and not tear from the rusted steel,
and the wind just yanking on
Yeah,
it.
how is the military not taking this technology?
You could survive any winter blizzard.
Yeah, the rumor is that La Llorona actually, the first time she tried to drown her kids was in one of those blankets, and it didn't work because they were waterproof, everything, and
That's how they get Mexicans to go back to Mexico. Is when they catch them, they put a foil blanket around them.
Yeah.
And Mexicans hate foil blankets.
Yeah.
they're like, this is what we use for our teeth. Why
We don't fuck with foil like that. We use like zippy bags. You know what I mean?
Zippy bags, towels, moist, warm
Dude,
towels.
we fuck with foil so heavy. My mom, we used to make a sandwich and then she wrapped that shit in foil and she toasted the bread though, so but the foil
Yeah, it would be soft.
just like, what the fuck is this?
Soft toasted.
Are you
bread.
saying
What
that
is
her
this?
plans were foiled?
Ah, you bitch!
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah,
Dude,
the
my
little
mom did that
hamster's
too,
working
though.
overtime today, dude.
Yeah, but as soon as we accuse the hamster of being racist, the hamster goes away. Like, no, Daddy.
I know.
I will pay honor to a honorary Mexican actor who is huge for some reason in the Mexican community. He is my dad's Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson's Mexican?
I didn't know that.
Oh.
No, but he is like almost
He
like
looks Asian.
honorary. Like people, like my dad fucks with Charles Bronson.
He does look etc.
I think
He could be anything.
I bet you Charles Bronson is like from Mongolia or some shit.
He might have, something. And he picked his name he came to Hollywood, was looking for like an acting name, saw this street.
Hell
and he
yeah,
picked
that's tight.
Bronson, yeah, that's what I've heard. But my dad loves, I think it's because he was like maton, fucking like badass, like action star, like
Not that I live on Bronson
machismo
anyway.
guy, yeah.
And
we didn't give away my street.
He's my dad's Morrissey.
and Freddie Mercury he was Indian, right?
He was Pakistani
He's,
or something like that.
I think he's like his family's from India, but he was British. He's a Zoroastrian.
Yeah, that's why it pisses me off when everybody says like Indians have that same accent. They don't.
Oh.
They just got to be born in Great Britain.
yeah,
Then you have a cool accent. You come here, you have that weird accent.
Yeah.
That if you tell me that you're not a telemarketer, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Freddie Mercury, let's see, what was the ethnicity? British Indian parents, yeah, on the island of Zanzibar.
Satire. Easy.
Zanzibar. Oh, that's Africa. Zanzibar's Africa. But he is Zoroastrian.
That's where he was born.
Zoroastrian.
And a little Z. I don't know why I think that's funny.
That's great. No, it's
The
really
mark of Zoroastrian.
Mark of the Zoroastrian.
Charles Bronson race.
And there's the
Let's-
connection with Hispanics.
Yeah.
Zoro.
Oh, okay, Lithuanian.
Lithuanian. It's powered. Lithium battery.
He's Lithuanian, leading Lithuanian.
Lithuania
It just doesn't go away with you.
was conquered by
Iran.
the Mongolians.
Oh, really? Was it?
I'm making that
you
shit
might-
up.
Well, he's assuming so.
I'm just
Genghis
making that
Khan.
shit.
There's a little bit of Genghis
Yeah,
Khan. in
Genghis
everybody.
Khan.
You know,
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen was wait, don't tell me this. I know
A
this.
drunk?
No, Indonesian.
What?
Oh, I believe
Yeah,
that.
like half
or
Indonesian.
He does look-
Well, he's passed away.
The Van Halen
That's
brothers look like they have some Asian in them.
Oh yeah, huh? I forgot. How recent was that?
Pretty recent, like
Yeah,
within the
yeah,
last
yeah,
2 or
yeah.
3
That's
years.
how good he was at guitar. Is that like they were like, no, we're naming the band after the guitarist and the drummer.
Yeah. Well, David Lee Roth did that.
David
Really?
Lee Roth
He
decided
picked
the
the
name.
name, yeah.
Oh, wow, I
They
didn't
asked
know
him in
that.
an interview, like, were you ever like, fuck, I should have named it like Roth or something.
Yeah,
But they were so
it's not as
fucking
cool of a
talented.
name as Van Halen.
It took
though.
me years to get into that band because I was like grew up like punk and it was like death to solos, death to rock stars, fuck all that bullshit, stadium bullshit. And then
Also, Van Halen would have come out with like a fucking onesie doing kickflips. I get
yeah.
it.
But they
That's
wrote
why I
a
didn't
song about where you're from, Panama.
yes, yeah.
Right? You're not from Panama?
You're not from Panama.
Well, that's what I call it when I hit my mom with a pan. I gotta go. We're
Panama.
to Panama right now. No, but then like years later, you were like, oh, they were like really revolutionary and like really great musicians. But I remember my drummer at the time in my punk band, I go, who's your favorite guitar player? And he said Van Halen. And I like laughed. I thought it was so silly. I was like, really? That hair metal bullshit? And then I just listened to this like drum history podcast about Alex Van Halen and like how cool they were with like, they didn't really care about, they were like tinkerers. Like he built like the Frankenstein guitar. It was like kind of a piece of shit in a way. Like he like fucked with the wires but he created his own sound and stuff. You ever seen there's a clip of him, he can make the guitar sound like an elephant like
How do you even practice that?
fucking autism probably,
Yeah, probably.
but
Yeah.
but just being a complete obsessed.
I saw the guy. What's the guy's name from Rage Against the Machine?
Tom Morello.
Yeah,
Tom
he's like one of
Morello.
the most hated guys
And
in
I
the
saw him,
community,
like,
You mean
right?
my doppelganger? Someone thought I was Tom Morello in an airport once.
I think you're more handsome.
Oh, thank you.
But I saw a thing where he was like, he just fucked around with the guitar in different ways where you'd like slide different stuff on top of it to make different noises.
Also,
and he just figured it
I
out.
heard he like, when he was a kid, he did his amplifier settings and he just never touched it. It's that. He like figured out like, this is what it is. I got to make my sounds with this setup. Like never touched it. And he spent like thousands on some custom guitar and he got it back and it just wasn't right for him. So he ended up just buying a regular ass guitar and
Wow.
Huh.
yeah.
What are your feelings on Tom Morello?
I love him. I think he's a great,
Why do like some musicians dislike him?
Do they really?
Do they?
Yeah.
I think people love him.
Overrated, I think.
Anytime you're
I'm
like
a big fan of Rage. So you go through the comments of like
The emotion
Instagram.
or the band?
Just no, both. A little bit of both.
Cool.
So that's like the
Rage
number
Against
like
the Machine.
anytime he
Rage
comes up in
Against
my
the Machete.
algorithm, and it's just like people haters, just like
Really?
overrated. This guy sucks.
You know what a lot of it is? During like this whole MAGA thing, there has become this trend where people are getting angry and going like, I don't want to hear about your politics, just play music. Like what? And I'm like, did you ever fucking
Listen to Rage
the
to begin
lyrics?
with? Yeah.
Right.
Like remember they used the song for like a Republican convention. They were playing "Fuck You, I Won't Do What You Tell Me," like at this thing, and people are like, the fucking tone deafness and the
They have
mental
no idea.
But it's
gymnastics.
always been like that, though.
Yeah.
Like they played for Reagan, they played Springsteen's "Born in the USA."
Yeah.
And it sounds like a patriotic song, but if you listen to the actual words,
Yeah. It's that's a weird thing too. I always think about that when people are like, and I get it. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, I don't want to hear about this thing. But Tom Morello said in an interview, he goes, why does me picking up a guitar somehow forfeit my ability to like share my opinions about things?
right.
It doesn't. I'm still a person. I'm still allowed to have
Even beyond that, he's like an artist whose job and inspiration is sharing his opinion on stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like these people who were too dumb to actually listen to what was being said
yeah.
in interviews and in the songs.
Well, I thought bulls on parade were actual bulls on parade. Okay, it was a bunch of bulls.
I thought it was about
They're
the
having a good time.
time championship parade in Chicago.
Yeah. It's not about that. It's a political thing.
You thought it was about the running of the bulls. So
Yeah.
But it's that whole like shut up and dribble thing. It's like,
Right.
well, fuck, like what? I don't get to have a voice now. Like I just got to do this thing, you know. By the way, if you haven't seen it, look up Tom Morello's speech at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they got inducted. It's pretty awesome. It made me tear up.
Yeah, because you thought it was you up there giving that speech.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah,
I'd cry too.
yeah. Exactly. That was it. You're right.
Anytime I see Rosie O'Donnell on The View, I go, man, that could be me.
I did it.
I did it. I gave a stupid. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say a bunch of shit. A
bunch of slurs.
Hey, how's it going? It's satirical. But yeah, it bums because I was like, he was in Crash. He was in he's in all the Ant-Man movies.
Worst movie ever to win Best Picture is Crash.
Really?
I loved it. The first
I loved it
time
too.
I saw it. Now
I think
that
it's a
look
fun
back
movie.
on it, you know.
Shouldn't have won Best Picture.
What was it up against?
I don't know, but it shouldn't have won Best Picture.
Let's find out.
It was just a bad.
Look it up.
The reason it was a bad movie is there's a Persian character in it, and that guy couldn't speak English. One of the big scenes was like Michael Peña's trying to tell him your door's broken, and he's like, he doesn't understand. They're not able to communicate. And then later on, when he like shoots the lady, but it was a blank in it, he goes, "She is my ferishte. She is my guardian angel." And it's like, dog, if he doesn't speak English to know broke door, he's not going to know guardian angel.
I don't know. I would say that religious things are probably the first words you learn.
You're fucking right. I didn't realize
Wait,
that.
do Muslims even... Wait, oh no, he's Persian. He might not be Muslim,
why
right?
the fuck? Of all the words, if you're not going to know English, you're not going to go
No,
fucking
he's Muslim in the
guardian.
Yeah. You're not going to know guardian angel.
I don't know. I would say that religious stuff is probably the first things you learn.
Guardian angel?
Yeah.
Guardian angel. Come on, dog. Your favorite movie, Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, duh. It's because it's two conservatives fucking each other in
Do you
the
think that was one of the
ass.
big, like, yeah, I do like that. The first, like, woke sort of Oscar nominations, they were like, Crash was pretty woke.
It was very woke.
Brokeback Mountain, very woke.
Mm-hmm.
What else was on there?
Let's see, Best Picture nominees.
Okay.
Munich, dude.
Haven't
It
seen
beat
that.
Munich? Bro, Munich, dog.
Dog, that's...
Woo! That's what's happening right now. That's what the Jews are
Yeah,
doing
they're
right
doing
now.
Munich
The-
right now,
the
dude.
Jews are just doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jews are just Muniching fucking Palestine right now.
Oh, we're going to do this right now?
Hey, just kidding. I don't know. I don't know
no.
anything about politics. Look at me.
If you've
Look at
seen
me.
Munich,
America and
Munich, they went after-
JK. I don't know.
in Munich, it's about them going after the Palestinian terrorists that attacked them at the Munich Olympics and then them getting revenge for that. And it's them targeting specific people who were involved in the attack against them. It's completely different than what they're doing right now. In that movie, they targeted one wrong guy that looked like the guy they thought it was, and they killed one innocent guy, and the whole thing got shut down, and they were full of shame for killing an innocent man who had nothing to do with it. Now, where are we? Like, the whole fucking area's just been destroyed. Yeah. Munich rules. Israel, behave like you did in Munich era. Go back to Munich. Go kill the fucking Palestinian Hamas guys one by one.
As like a punk rocker, like I want to be that fight the power sort of guy, but I also think that there is value in giving people a night away from those sort of thoughts about like the
Sure.
But I love people like Eddie Pepitone or people like that that are like, no, or Marin, who you're gonna hear about this shit.
Mohammed
from me.
Weinberg.
Yes, yeah. I love that. I think
Yeah.
it's great. I think that in that real life is so hard, like just to make it through this world and stuff like that, that I sort of lean more towards my job as being a moment of like peace for people to have joy in this like
Like you said,
15-minute
refuge from anything political or anything
Yeah, and I
like that separates.
but I'm a
people.
hypocrite too because I will like take certain stances on stage because I do believe in like the freedom
Right.
of speech and all that sort of stuff.
I think the number one goal as a comic is to be funny. First of all.
Yeah.
Right? If you're just up there saying political shit, which I see a lot of fucking terrible.
Oh God!
Like-
get to the punchline, Jesus Christ!
I thought
if
you
you're
were a
gonna do
huge Dennis
political
Miller
jokes,
fan.
if you're gonna do political jokes, please let it fucking be funny. Nobody wants you go up on a soapbox. Oh my
make a
God!
statement,
Oh,
yeah.
insufferable.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like the number one goal is to be funny, but if I can be funny and sneak in my political views in a way that like makes people laugh because they're like, oh, that is true. They are kind of doing that.
So I think that's what
You know?
that's what then maybe then you hit a good point here is like that's why sometimes I have an issue having these like very real true conversations on a podcast because my brain thinks that I'm not making it funny enough or it's not palatable enough or I didn't put in the written work to
Right.
have
But on a podcast, it's different than on stage. Like people aren't paying money for a babysitter and coming out
I'll
for
say
a
this
night
too.
of watching stand-up.
On stage, hopefully no one's recording it.
Mhm.
And so you get to have these moments where you are working through the
Sure.
thing in real time
Sure.
and not having it.
But if you're only speaking out about the issues that you're against the government when it's not being recorded, your voice is only being amplified to the people who are around you in that moment.
But I think that sometimes that can create, in a way, like true change. Like I think people that will come to me and be like, "Well, you're not saying this, you're not saying that." It's like, yeah, but I'll make my bank teller laugh, or the person checking out my groceries, or I will help somebody move or something, and that to me is like more
you think
palatable change in the world. You know that.
you think if it's not being recorded, if only a handful of people hear it because it's not being recorded, that affects bigger change than if those people hear it?
I'm not saying
Yeah.
bigger. I'm saying quality over
let's just
quantity.
talk about the Iraq War. Let's imagine we were in because that happened years ago and it's over, and we all agree it was a bad war. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of Iraqis were killed. 20, 30,000, I think, U.S. soldiers were killed. It was bad for both sides, and we lost a bunch of money, right? If the Iraq War was currently going on, standing up against it would be a good thing to do, because we now, looking back, see that it was a bad war, waste of our money, waste of our lives. But standing up against it would also have negative political consequences, because there's people saying like, "Oh, you're not supporting the troops." Well, this is what was happening during the Iraq War. So would you be okay with recording yourself being against the Iraq War?
Well, that's an interesting thing because again, I think that, and this is a crazy fucking statement, but I think I'll be okay with this. I do support the individuals that end up in the military because of fucked up situations, or
me too.
or they have to join the situation.
Yeah, me too.
I do support.
Or they're just uneducated and think that they're helping.
Yeah, it's not extra virgin olive oil. I think no. Yeah, I think that. So that's the other thing. It's like, yeah, I have empathy for the human beings involved in it. I don't like what the grand scheme.
Yeah, I
of
mean,
it
they're
all
the
is.
victims too. The people who sign up to protect our freedoms and for safety and or just don't have a better option.
I think that there
are
are
putting their lives in the hands of the government to use them, where necessary.
Yeah.
And when we put their lives in unnecessary risk, I feel like it's our responsibility to stand up against that too.
Yeah,
I think you have two personalities battling inside of you, because you're like a punk rocker, like you like, but then like you also got this sweet boy inside of you. So there's like old punk rockers are assholes.
Yeah,
like they're like fuck the government no matter what.
And we've all seen them. They're 50 years old, getting fucked up, with a double mohawk at a fucking bar.
Like the millennial and below, like punk rockers are like, well, what about their feelings? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think that, yeah, absolutely. I think to be human is to be both of those things. I find an issue with being one-sided on anything. I think you're missing like a lot of gray area. I don't know.
I also think though, sometimes when you look for the gray area, you can help yourself ignore the fact that one side kills hundreds, if not thousands of times more people.
I think
like
that
on any average year, the side that's more powerful is killing more.
In that context, you're getting into like my panic disorder and like thinking of gray area is why I can't sleep at night. It's like I think I can dig into that gray area forever.
Like Saddam was bad, right? We all agree Saddam was bad.
Yeah, bad guy.
He was a bad guy.
Bad guy.
Great
But
mustache.
he killed all his family and shit.
But us going in, killing him, killing his sons, taking over the government, and killing hundreds of thousands of civilians to do it, was that good? We got rid of a bad guy. Did we do something good by getting rid of Saddam?
Sometimes you got to do bad things to get good things accomplished.
I
think you missed crack a few eggs to make an omelet joke.
But did
I don't want to do it because you can call me fat.
like how many hundreds of thousands of Iraqis was okay to kill in order to have this government of Iraq in now? That
How do we
is
feel about
maybe better than
the
Saddam.
Atomic bomb then?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's pretty cool. I want to write it.
It's hella cool. Yeah.
And when I'm ready to die, which it'll be soon.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
an
write an
interesting
atomic
idea.
bomb.
Is like the cracking a few eggs to make an omelet thing is interesting. It's like, what is the greater good?
I mean, apparently we didn't even need to drop the atomic bombs on Japan. They offered to surrender as long as we let them keep their emperor, who was like a religious leader.
And then we
said no. And we said no.
We said,
dropped
no, but
two
we just
bombs.
got this cool thing. We want to try the cool thing.
No, we dropped both the bombs, and then when we took over, we let them keep the emperor. Because our experts were like, "Oh, it'll make it way easier to run the country if we if we keep this emperor."
If we dropped 3, they'd be eaten with forks. But no.
But we didn't. We only had 2.
We only did 2.
We only made 2.
I think they would have just gone back to finger food, maybe.
From the fingers they had left, huh?
Yeah,
we
I
got
think-
you. I don't know.
The most interesting thing about this is like what these conversations do to me mentally, and like how I don't understand why I get so like uncomfortable around these sort of like talk,
No, I mean, there's a real risk.
Yeah.
There's a real risk that the power structure, that obviously the military-industrial complex, all the shit that is pushing towards killing people in these other Arab countries and stuff, all of these things don't want you to speak out against it.
Yeah, see, that makes
They
me
don't want
to.
Rage Against the Machine to speak out against it.
Anxious you are. And
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just anxiety and a lot of fear of the unknown. I think that I have worst case scenario thinking. So immediately I just flash forward to somebody has a bag of money and then I'm about to grab it. They go, and they pull up the clip and then I go, oh, fuck, I can't. Now I'm poor again.
Yeah, I mean, you might lose
worried about not selling out. That's okay.
You might lose a bag of
Sell
money.
out.
Well, I always feel like I can do more change once I get that bag.
Yeah, and I would say tell that to the hundreds of thousands of dead Arabs.
I can't. They can't hear me.
Right. So it's easy to be like, I'll make the change once I'm a multimillionaire within the system. But it's like, who's done that?
Well, but here's the other.
I see more and more people dying and the power structure's not getting weaker and everybody's just being quiet and afraid of the power structure. That's my point is I'm not a stand-up comic to keep my mouth shut and be afraid of what I say.
Me either.
What's the thing where you're...
A little bit you are.
I
Right?
am, yeah,
A little
for sure,
bit,
a little bit, yeah.
What's the thing where you don't care about nothing and you want the whole world to die?
Nihilism.
That's the one.
Yeah, I'm not that.
Yeah.
I like that.
But I think...
I'm ready for all of us to go.
I think with stand-up, I have more of... I can sit and write the shit out exactly how I want to say it.
Right.
Where if I'm having a talk, sometimes it comes out maybe in a way that will worry me later. Where that's why I think I got into stand-up was to make people laugh, but also I like being able to present myself to a room full of people in the most curated way of this is...
You control it.
This is who I am.
Yeah.
And I don't think I have that same control on a long form podcast where we're just talking. I don't have the ability to hammer out this sentence in the way that I think will pack the most power and whatever. I would even say I would tape a joke that maybe I wouldn't say on this show because I have the time to really hammer out my thoughts and make it leave my mouth in a way that I am comfortable with.
Yeah.
All right.
I think you don't feel comfortable sharing all of your opinions on a podcast out of fear that some of your opinions might get you in trouble.
Yeah, and I think on a stage, I have more comfortability sharing my opinions because
there's nobody having a conversation with you, directing you towards an opinion you don't want to share.
Exactly. I think that's it. I think I like to control. I'm a control freak, and I think that's part of what. Yeah, but I would say that. I think that's it.
And I would say, it to a certain degree, silence is complicit. You're complicit with what your government does if you know that they're doing something wrong and stay silent about it.
I say that I don't believe that I'm silent. I think that I am silent in certain contexts because I can't speak eloquently about it. And if I would even maybe if I got $1 million Netflix special and somehow I had a joke in there that had to do with the situation. I would be okay with taping that if it was my written opinion and I had time to think about how I was expressing this sentence. So I don't think that I'm completely silent. I think that I agree with you, but I think that it's okay to hold back in certain situations. I think it's okay. I think it's my autonomy as a human being as well. To stay silent in a certain context and not in others. I think that I will speak on these issues in a context that I think is more...
You feel safe.
That I
You
feel
guys ever try your own piss before? I'm just trying to change the subject. I have.
No.
It's gross.
No.
I've had it accidentally hit the toilet and just hit me in the face. Yeah.
Mine was I was like a bear in the tub, so I had my neck. And anyway, it was weird. It went up and into my mouth.
Yeah, that same
gross.
thing happened to me.
It was gross.
And
right
it was
in
the
there.
grossest thing ever.
I know,
Salty.
that's what that last conversation felt like. Piss in my mouth.
Well, no.
It felt like peeing in my mouth. I was falling asleep. I was like, wait, were we dogs of Browntown? What are we?
Yeah, that's the other
This
thing.
is
Yeah,
stupid.
but also, but I knew having Hormoz or whatever on this it leads to these sort of things because you are very smart in these things.
Don't be intimidated by Hormoz. He's
no,
stupid.
I'm not. No. I think what's interesting to me is realizing what these things do to my brain, to my emotional state, and why, and really wondering why I have these sort of moments.
Okay, so the next episode, which will be days from now, not 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
You're going to talk about politics. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna have a stance.
Okay, great.
You're gonna.
No, you don't have to.
No, you're not, dude. That's okay, and that's okay. That's all right. And
I just think, maybe
The power structure is working.
Maybe
Power structure tries to make you feel uncomfortable to say certain things out of fear that it'll affect
but
you.
here's what you're doing though. You're poking the little
No, here's the
emotion.
thing, though.
I'm saying the
Here's the
fact
thing.
that you don't feel comfortable saying things because you're afraid you
Yeah.
might lose a bag is
Yeah.
like the power structure saying, "Hey, we got this bag.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut."
I mean, yeah. but I
it
mean,
works.
other than, I mean, yes, I agree. And, but I think that the only thing that would like stop that is like fucking bloody revolution. And even then you're using,
Oh, I mean, Ahmed Weinberg is not afraid of losing the bag, right? And he just says shit. Eddie Pepitone's not. We, you know,
You guys know-
it's just they're accepting that they might not get that bag.
yeah, it's a tough life.
You guys know that squirt is actually piss? When you eat a girl out, she comes in your mouth.
Yeah, that's piss.
That's piss. You ever have it?
No,
I don't think it's
I've
fully
never had a girl-
piss. There
I've
is
never-
piss in there.
Well, it better fully be piss.
What was I gonna say? I had something interesting. I would say that I agree with you, but also I am a victim of the system that has been set up.
The
like,
machina.
In that, yeah. I mean, I
The
think it's
machine, you
like-
got to rage against it, like Tom Morello.
Yeah. I know. You're right. You're right.
He's your hero. Be like him. What
Yeah.
would Tom say?
Yeah. Tom would not give a
He'd be
fuck.
like,
Yeah.
wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. He'd do that.
Exactly, yeah.
Put the guitar away, Tom.
Yeah.
We got a fake one on the wall right there.
Yeah. I had a fucking thought about that. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Yeah, this is
You're going to be perfect when you do get famous and you keep all the secrets. You're perfect for the Illuminati.
yeah.
It's
You hear that?
going to be you and Gabriel Iglesias. And hold on. Cut that name out.
Well, it's like,
Cut that name out. Wait a minute. I can't take a shot at the king.
yeah, it's an,
Or
it's,
keep it in. He
it
doesn't,
was,
he doesn't know who I am.
It's an interesting thing to like agree with you. Like I fully agree with what you're saying, but not physically being able to break
Manifest
that.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's like, I don't know. It's a personal, I need therapy.
Yeah. Well, it's all right.
I've had numbers on our fridge for like
Me
2
and you,
months
dude, when
of
we are
therapists
famous.
and-
Oh, with the candles. Oh.
Exactly.
Hormoz is all in a stupid apartment. We're millionaires. Oh,
Yeah.
look who had a political opinion.
I just want to make people happy.
Anyways, I'm going to sacrifice this child.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's been dogs.
Holy shit.
It's been
man.
an emotional roller coaster. It's fine. We're gonna. I will be at the Netflix as a Joke Festival May 8th. I got Hormoz and Joel opening for me.
Yeah.
Please come out to that. Let's pack that out. Anyways, Hormoz, where can they find at Saul Comedy on Instagram, saulcomedy.com. Hormoz, where can they find you?
At Not Hormones on all social media. Follow me at OnlyFans. I got an OnlyFans
Hell yeah.
taping coming
I
out
got an
soon.
OnlyFans
That's
taping
great.
coming
Yeah,
out.
congrats.
Send me
And he's gonna
money,
show his
dude. I'll
fucking
show my
feet.
feet.
Who books that? I'm at Mostly Sorry. I am mostly sorry for everything I've said.
We cut it out.
Yeah.
We cut it out. You're
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
No, find me there. This is good stuff, guys.
All right, buddy. See you
Fuck
later.
yeah.
Hey, what are you doing right now? You better be subscribing. Check this one. Click, or maybe this video. I know you want to click that one. That's the one you want. Just subscribe.